Holy
Jeremy, I'm a couples counselor licensed in the state of Arizona, and today we're going to be breaking down this movie, 500 Days of Summer.
So you have a boyfriend?
No,
Why not?
because I don't want one.
What happens if you fall in love?
Most marriages end in divorce these days. Like my parents. There's no such thing as love, it's fantasy.
This way,
Low-key, I think that love isn't, I don't want to say love isn't real, but I think that the idea of love is kind of twisted. I think that people don't actually love you for yourself, but they love you for the value you bring. So let's say me, right? Maybe I'm talking to this girl and tells me she loves me. She doesn't actually love me. She loves me because I'm great looking or I'm funny, not because I'm Russell. You know, like if I stop looking good, if I stop working out and shit, if I like stop being funny, she's probably gonna fall out of love with me and she's just gonna leave. You know, so she loves me for specific reasons, and if that's no longer provided to her, she's gonna leave. And I'm not gonna blame her because, you know, I would leave if she wasn't good looking either, you know?
right here was Tom's chance to run. He clearly wants a deeper, more connected, more intimate relationship.
It's love, it's not Santa Claus.
Summer sent a very clear message to him.
I just don't feel comfortable being anyone's girlfriend.
He likes you. Okay.
Do you like me?
Yeah.
I'd like for us to be friends. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Now the question is, why do people deny how they really
You see, that's where he fucked up. Like, I think that if he told her straight up, like, yeah, shawty, I fuck with you. Like, I think if he told her that, she would have fucked with him too. Like, because I think she was asking because she liked him as well, and she was trying to, you know, see what's up. And he wasn't straight up. And so she was like, okay, well, he doesn't like me. He just, you know, he just wants to fuck around. And she was down for that too. But she really fucked with him, and she wanted to date him. He just didn't play his cards right.
feel?
I hadn't really thought about it.
Some people were taught from a young age that what they need and what they feel is going to be responded to with some form of judgment of you're too needy, you're too sensitive. When we're taught that, we end up learning to suppress what we need and what we want in order to kind of please others and make sure we're not pushing anyone away or burdening someone.
So that was fun the other night.
And let the games begin. This is really bad news for Tom.
Oh, nah.
Again, going back to what he needs, what he wants, what he's looking for. I would guess, based on her talking about her parents' divorce and all that, that she has a really negative view of close relationships. And in Tom's mind, hope is in the air.
This is fun. You're fun.
Thanks.
I'm not.
Oh my god! I would fold so bad. I would fold. Oh my god.
Really looking for anything serious.
You know,
Okay.
the reason she said this was because he told her he didn't like her. That's the reason she said this. I promise you, if he was straight up, she would have like dated him. I promise you.
Yeah.
If Tom were being real with her right here, he would probably say, you know what, I'm looking for something a little more serious. I'm the kind of person who really needs that sort of connection with someone and that stability.
For Tom Hansen, this was the night where everything changed. That wall Summer so often hid behind. A wall of distance, of space, of casual. That wall was slowly coming down.
This wall isn't going anywhere. Just because there's a moment of connection and a moment of vulnerability for her doesn't really address all of the underlying fears that she has.
What are we doing?
Thought we were going to the movies.
Yeah, I mean, like, what are we, like, what's going on here with us?
You see, I don't want to be like a red pill guy, but as a guy, you're not supposed to be asking this shit. And I'm not gonna lie, like I've done this before, and it took me reflecting to realize that I probably shouldn't be asking women that. Like, if I want to be a leader, I should be leading and letting them ask and, you know, all that stuff. But I probably should be the one asking and initiating those conversations, you know?
I don't know. Who cares?
That's how she got his ass? She's like, who cares?
At That's really adorable. And also a pretty dismissive answer.
Who cares?
Yeah, that's
This is the
crazy.
first time in the entire movie that Tom attempts to tell her
What's going on here?
Summer here is trying to kind of avoid or change topics and lighten the mood with some playfulness and some tickles, and she's giving him just enough promise of intimacy so that he'll stay with her, because guess what? She wants human connection too.
You mad at me? I just got my ass kicked for you.
Oh, really? Was that for me? Was that for my benefit?
Yes, it was.
Okay, well, next time, don't, because I don't need your help. You know what? I'm really tired. Can we talk about this tomorrow?
So in the scene before, Tom punched a guy who was flirting with Summer. Summer doesn't think it's very cool,
Completely uncool.
and I can totally see her point on this. However, when they go to talk about it again, you hear what she says.
Can we talk about this tomorrow?
The serious stuff she wants to avoid. You're about to see that after pushing and pushing down his needs for so long, Tom has had it.
Yeah.
I like you, Tom. I just don't want to release.
Well, you're not the only one that gets a say in this. I do too. And I say we're a couple.
Crazy work out.
He's been trying really hard to pretend he's okay with a casual relationship, to pretend he's okay with no labels. He's not.
Yeah, I feel like every guy's been in this situation before, where they like fall for that one girl, and then they act like they don't want a relationship, but they do want a relationship, but they still like the girl. Nigga, just leave, bro. She's never gonna date you, bro. Just leave. Leave.
Fortunately, because he's been pushing all that stuff down for so long, it comes out, as you saw,
Friends my balls.
which is going to be really hard for her to actually take that in and consider what he's saying.
I'm sorry.
You know you're not gonna wake up in the morning and feel differently.
I can't give you that. Nobody can.
Oh, poor Tom. So this is actually a pretty common relationship pattern you see Summer pursuing for the first time in the movie. Ultimately, unless Tom consistently stands up for himself, it's going to go back exactly to how things were.
We don't have to put a label on it.
Immediately goes back to
This
denying.
nigga folded with no pressure.
I need to know that you're there for me, that I can count on you.
She's an evil, emotionless, miserable human being. Or she's a robot.
More accurately, she's been hurt, probably by people that she really, really needed to rely on.
She never cheated on you.
No, never.
She ever take advantage of you in any way?
No.
And she told you up front that she didn't want a boyfriend.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as love. I'd like for us to be friends.
I'm not looking for anything serious.
Who cares? I just don't want to release.
I can't give you that.
Maybe he thought he could change her. Maybe he thought
I could fix her.
she doesn't really mean that, or she's
No, you can't, nigga.
But she meant it.
Go for it, and you can do it. That's not inspirational. That's suicidal. It's these cards, and the movies and the pop songs. They're to blame for all the lies.
Let's say that from the beginning, that first moment when he sits down with Summer and she tells him,
There's no such thing as love. It's fantasy.
let's say that Tom had, I don't know, processed any feelings of shame that he has about his own needs. And the moment she says,
There's no such thing as love. It's fantasy.
it would have saved him a lot of heartache.
Hey, love, Grant.
If at that moment he goes, she's not willing to go to that deep place in a relationship where I'd like to go eventually, it looks like it's not going to work out.
I was sitting in a deli and reading Dorian Gray, and a guy comes up to me and asks me about it, and now he's my husband. I just kept thinking, Tom was right. Yeah, I did.
You know, Summer went off and got married and she feels like she met the one, and now everything's gonna be good. I can't help but think that she really hasn't dealt with any of her trust issues or fear of intimacy.
Yeah, I did.
It would be only a matter of time before this similar pattern between her and Tom
Friends my balls.
pops up in her new relationship with this other guy. Now, can people like Summer change? Absolutely. But it doesn't happen overnight, you know, and it certainly doesn't happen by a partner trying to change them. And for Tom, you know, let's just hope that he ends up kind of realizing that he needs someone who wants intimacy just like him